All right, guys, this is the new orange monster. This is the sbdc075. Thanks to my buddy Bruce for sending this over, and special thanks to Kenta over at japanonlinestore.com for getting this and the frost monster over to Bruce, and then they made their way to me. So, first off, let's talk about the orange monster as a whole from its conception with the SKX7A1 first generation indices, very similar to this, but they had a more yellow color. They had the 7S26 movement in it. Then it graduated into the SRP309 with the tooth style markers and the 4R36 movement, day-date complication. So for at least for me, this is, the 309 is the one that kind of spun me down my monster obsession. For many people, it began with the first generation, and they're, good with that generation, and they maybe don't like those. And so whether you like monsters or don't like monsters, it's very divisive. I think if you do like them, you prefer either these new ones, these third gens, or you prefer the teeth. So, but these are changes, and I think they're upgrades that are worthy of the watch. So I still get excited when I see, the blue, the jade, and even before that, after word of the second generation being discontinued, the SRP monsters with the 4Rs, and then you had noticed, the third gen, the orange one that was very similar to this, but it had the flat orange dial of, like, say, the 309. I think that one was the SBDC023, and then the black one was the 25. You go try to find one of those 23s right now, and they're like impossible to find. So that's why I get excited when I see this release of the 75. Although it be a totally different dial, I have to say, in the metal, looking at it right now, I love it. I think it's absolutely amazing. This is by far, in the newer release of monsters, this is the best one. I'm going to just go say it. I'm biased, obviously, because of the orange monster, and don't get it twisted. And I know people think that I love Seiko monsters, and I do, but all of them could go away, and I would still have my 309, okay? And I don't mean any 309. There's another 309 right over here that actually is going to be for sale. And if this one were to be damaged, or, I had to replace it, I don't think I could replace it. Like, it's this watch. I tie memories to that watch. So I have a special connection with that particular watch. It's not just any 309. But I do have to say, if that were to happen, I think I would move forward and I would buy this current orange Seiko monster, the SBDC075, with this shimmer dial, or whatever you want to call it. Everybody has their own language for it. So, and obviously you can see here, they could not get that same effect on the chapter ring. But, they couldn't get that on with the blue either. It's just, I think the blue hides it better. I think the blue hides it the best out of all of these newer shimmer dials. The green one is also really close, and I think it does a really good job of hiding the fact that it's not the same sort of tone as the dial itself, whereas the orange, for me at least, it kind of stands out that it's different. But I'm 100% okay with that. The other thing that is important to notice, if you look at the hands of the 309, see how they're kind of, I don't know that they're necessarily matte black, but they're certainly not gloss black. You can see I got some scratch. I'm trying to wipe it away. That's an actual scratch on my Hardlex there. And then if you look at the hands on the new 75, that's a straight gloss black. And I really dig that. I'm glad they did that. Now, they could have easily went with the polished handset that's, say, like on the blue coral one. And I think that would have looked, it would have looked okay. But I'm glad they stuck with the black, and the fact that they did go with the gloss black. I think it's different enough that, I know this is hard for me to admit this, but I think these two could coexist. I might have just convinced myself to purchase one of these. I think I might add an orange shimmer one. So that would bring my current monster collection, obsession, whatever. And there's guys out there, you guys, if you've searched around the forums, there's guys with like all of the monsters. But so I think I'll have my original one of the blue coral, I'll have the jade, and then this shimmer one. So I'll have the 3 shimmers. Okay. I think that in a current, if you like the new fresh shiny things, I think that is a killer combo right there. If you see all 3 of those together, that is a hard one to beat, guys, right there. You get the blue coral, you get the new orange 7.5, and then you get the jade in there. That's a killer combo. No doubt about it. So, all right, I don't want to go on and on about this too much, but I mean, I talked about the sizes the last time on the Frost one, so I'll talk about it this time. You're looking at a 42.5 millimeter case, 47.6 about lug to lug, drilled lugs, only 13 millimeter thick. That's pretty thin when it comes to a lot of Seiko divers, especially. 20 mil lug width, and then you do have different options for bracelets, obviously, because it's straight end links. It's going to be a little bit loose on my wrist, but you can see that on my 7.25 inch wrist, and that looks pretty natural. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely used to seeing a monster on the wrist, and to have that orange on there with those gloss black hands and that shimmer dial, I'm a little excited. I'm very, very happy with Seiko for doing these new models, and I think they've done them a really a justice to the Seiko fans and the monster fans for sure. I think they're really turning out some great models. That's I think the Frost Monster would be the closest one to me possibly saying that it's a little wild, maybe. I would love, and I know many of you other monster fans out there, I would love for Seiko to do another Zamba, but instead of doing the black case, do the Zamba in the stainless case or some sort of version of that. And if you don't know what that is, look back or just type in Seiko Monster Zamba, Z-A-M-B-A. For me, that thing is cool. I don't want it in the black case, though. I want it in a full stainless steel case. To me, that would be a pretty wild monster, and I would really love to have that. So I know there's at least one person that has actually done that mod, because I've noticed a picture up before, and I like instantly was like, that is amazing. That's epic. I guess it never really crossed my mind, even though like I put a 313 dial and handset and everything in a 581 case, so it's all black, but you can do it the other way around. But it'd be, the Zamba, if you go buy a Zamba right now, they're super expensive. But all right, I got off on you guys, you can't get me talking about monsters. I'll start going way different directions that you think. But my point is, if there ever was one, that this model right here of the Seiko Monsters, in my opinion, if you wanted an orange monster and you were waiting for a 309 or whatever like that, forget it. Don't do it. Except for that one. You could buy that one. But forget about the 309s. They're a pain in the butt to get and everything like that. Go to JapanOnlineStore.com. You can do it right now. He has them in stock. You click the order, buy it now. He ships super fast, EMS, and you get this thing. And it's a great watch. You're not sacrificing anything. This is the current best iteration of the Orange Monster. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video. See you guys again. I know, we got to do the loom shot. Monsters galore. And the loom, I don't know if it's better. No, it's not better. But it's still the same, and that's not bad. That's really good. So, see you on the next vid, guys.